Good afternoon. This is my project for 422. We're gonna explain this shit. Okay, question number one. Tagal mag-load. Okay, number one. Primary purpose of power management in an aircraft. So, ang sagot dito is to ensure safe and efficient flight operations. Bakit? Bakit hindi siya maximize engine RPM at all times? And bakit hindi siya reduce need for navigational instruments? Power management. Naka-connect siya dun sa fuel efficiency and safetyness. Kasi pag sumobra yung power, hindi siya magiging safe. Kasi masyado mabilis yung aircraft. And pag sumobra din yung power, hindi rin efficient yung fuel consumption. So possible na maubusan ng fuel. Okay. Number two, which factor is not mentioned as consideration for power management? A. Aircraft color. B. Airspeed. And C is fuel consumption. So, ang sagot dito, A. Why? Bakit A? Yung aircraft color, obviously, hindi naman siya nakaka-apekto sa performance ng aircraft and more so sa power management. So, A yung hindi mentioned dun. When are higher power settings typically required? A. During cruise and descent. B. During takeoff and climb. Or C. During taxiing only. So, ang sagot dito is B. During takeoff and climb. Because, dun sa phases na yun, dun kailangan mag-produce ng most force yung aircraft para makapag-take off. And sa climb naman, syempre, kailangan mag-increase ng power para mag-ascend yung aircraft. 4. Why is reduced power used during cruise and descent? A. Prevent engine overheat. B. Increase aircraft weight. C. Fuel efficiency. So obviously, ang sagot dito is fuel efficiency. So ginagamit nila ang reduced power during cruise and descent. So in other words, stable lang yung power during cruise and descent para nga sa fuel efficiency. So merong sineset yung pilot na specific speed and power setting sa phases na to. So number 5, what does flight director give the pilot? A. Automatic control of the aircraft's pilot and the aircraft's flight path. Visual guidance on how to control the aircraft. B. Or C. Direct link to ATC communications. So, ang sagot sa number 5 is B. Visual guidance on how to control the aircraft. So, yun lang. Number 6. The displays command for which two flight parameters? Pitch and bank. B. Altitude and fuel flow. Or C. Engine temperature and oil pressure. So, ang sagot sa 6 is A. Kasi nga, two flight parameters. Yung C, engine and temperature, oil pressure, hindi naman yung flight parameters eh. Tapos yung altitude and fuel flow. Pwede yung altitude, pero yung fuel flow hindi siya part dun. So, ang sagot is pitch and bank. Then, why is the FD commonly used during training situations? So, A allows instructor to take over control. B, reduce pilot workload while having full control. C, eliminate need for flying manually. So, the answer for 7 is B, to reduce pilot workload while having full control. So, dahil nga training situation siya, kailangan na hindi ma-overwhelm yung trainee habang sa, ay hindi, kailangan hindi ma-overwhelm yung trainee. Kaya ginagamit yung FD. Pero, at the same time, magkaka full control pa rin siya. Number 8, what is the primary function of autopilot? A. Provide visual guidance. B. Automatically control aircraft based on pilot settings. Or C. Calculate most fuel efficient route. So, ang sagot sa 8 is B. Automatically controlled based on pilot setting. So, yung autopilot hindi lang siya nag-help mag-lessen yung workload, pero at the same time may control pa rin yung piloto kung to what extent yung kokontrolin ng autopilot. Tawag dito is handshake, human-machine interaction. Number 9, when is the autopilot most useful? A. During takeoff. B. During landing. C. During cruise and long flights. So answer is C. During cruise and long flights. So sa takeoff kasi hindi siya ginagamit kasi kailangan nga ng control ng pilot yung power and throttle para mag-produce ng lifting aircraft para maka-take off. Sa landing naman, hindi rin magagamit yung autopilot kasi kailangan i-align ng pilot sa runway ng airport. And kailangan niya rin mag-reduce ng power. So magagamit ng autopilot during cruise and long flights kasi stable lang yung takbo ng aircraft. Number 10. When using autopilot, what must a pilot always do? A. Manually adjust throttle every minute. B. Monitor the system and be ready to take control. C. Keep their hands on the yoke at all times. So, the answer for this one is B. Monitor the system and be ready to take control. Kasi nga, may control pa rin ang pilot kahit naka-autopilot yung aircraft. So, kailangan niya pa rin mag-monitor and be ready to take control kasi merong mga factors sa flight na pwede mangyari. Kunwari, turbulence. Kunwari, yung weather. So, pag nangyari yun, doon na mag-take control yung pilot para i-adjust yung flight path ng aircraft to avoid either turbulence or let's say bird strike. Number 11, what does RNAV stand for? A. Rapid navigation. B. Radio navigation. C. Area navigation. So, it stands for area navigation. So, number 12, what is the benefit of RNAV compared to traditional systems? A. It relies strictly on ground-based stations. C. More flexible, doesn't rely solely on ground stations. Or C. It is used only for takeoff. So, ang sagot sa number 12 is B. So, ang benefit kasi ng RNAV, hindi niya na kailangan ng ground station. So, benefit ng RNAV compared sa traditional system is yun nga, yung B. Kasi, hindi na siya nag-rely sa ground station. Hindi lang siya nag-rely sa ground station. So, dahil doon, mas flexible siya. Number 13. What technology does RNAV often use? A. Satellite-based, like GPS. B. Visual ground landmarks only. C. Compass headings only. The answer for 13 is A. Kasi nga, ang RNAV is area navigation. So, gumagamit siya ng GPS or satellite-based. Number 14. What does the instrument landing system provide? A. high precision and reliability, B, a method for faster engine shutdown, or C, automatic baggage handling. So I think obvious naman yung sagot dito. Number 14 is A, high precision and reliability. Kailangan ng high precision para accurate yung data na marireceive ng pilot. And reliability, yun nga, para safetyness. Yes. Number 15. ILS is particularly valuable during which condition? A. Calm, clear days with unlimited visibility. B. Low visible conditions. Or C. High altitude cruise. So, ang sagot dito sa 15 is B. Kasi nga, low visibility conditions. Number 16. ILS component that provides lateral guidance is called the what? A. Glide slope. B. Localizer. Or C. The marker beacon. So, the answer for 16 is B. The localizer. 17. ILS component that controls the correct descent angle is called what? A. Glide slope. B. Localizer. C. Centerline indicator. And the answer for 17 is, that's right, glide slope, A. Number 18. What is coupled approach? A. Two aircraft land simultaneously. B. When autopilot is linked to nav system for guidance. Or C. When pilot automatically flies both lateral and vertical paths. So the number 18, ang sagot is B. When autopilot is linked to navigation system for guidance. And 19. What is assigned heading? A. Route planned by pilot before takeoff. B. A specific direction in degrees that a pilot is instructed to fly. Or C. Magnetic north. Ang sagot sa 19 is B. Yung specific direction in degrees that a pilot is instructed to fly. So dahil nga siya from the root word assigned, specific direction lang na pwede liparan. Number 20. Why does ATC provide assigned heading? So A. To sequence traffic and safely position the aircraft. B. To increase the aircraft's cruising speed. And C. Test the pilot's compass skills. The answer is A. To sequence traffic and safely position the aircraft. So without the assigned heading, possible na magkagulo-gulo sa sky. Dahil nga, yung ATC, ang sole purpose niya is to control air traffic. Diba nga? And ina-avoid niya yung collisions and positionings ng aircraft. So, yun lang po guys, or ma'am. And thank you. That's all.